Okay, the purpose of these videos is generally so people can see them and say, wow, I want to be part of that chat room, right? They're supposed to be kind of an extra salesman for the business. But in August, it's kind of tough to put anything together that's too impressive. I didn't have a very, I didn't have anything great today to certainly brag about in these videos. Generally, my intention is to wow you. And anyway, I'm going to, whatever the antithesis of wow you is, I'm going to bore you to death. But a few calls today, or a few trade ideas, I guess I should say. I jumped on the mic first thing 5 minutes in and told everybody First Solar FSLR is interesting here. Anywhere on this 5 minute candle with a low of day stop. Again, I'm not a big fan of trading early with the whole Syria thing. I'm kind of I'm holding back a little bit as far as myself on early trades. But the idea was basically right here with a low of day stop at 37.07-ish. And 10 minutes later, literally 10 minutes later, it was up 50 cents from there. So that's a good way to start your day if anyone took it. And here's the daily. It was down to an area that it bounced off of before and the 200-day. So that's why it was on watch. And then this opening, I call this an engulfing candle. It doesn't mean, when I say that, I don't mean it engulfed the previous day, but these are interesting. When you have an afternoon base like this, whoops, you got an afternoon end of day base like this from the previous day, and then the next day the candle does this, goes below it and then closes above it. That's really usually pretty bullish, and a lot of times you can buy it at the top of this 5 minute candle. Worst case, stop low of day. Better scenario is right below the previous day's close, and like I said, and then pay yourself along the way. That was a quick 50 cents for anyone that took it. Some other things I pointed out for the group were MAR. Marriott had shaped down to the $40 area. If you look at the daily, you had 40, the 40 area anyway, nice support here, bounced here, and then you also had the 200-day. So, but it just didn't do anything. I mean, it bounced around below 40, it went like a dime below 40, chopped around, and then ended up over the next couple hours, and there's August trading, right, climbing about 30 cents. AVGO I called long. Right here about 38.06 with a low of day stop, which was 37.89. So what is that, 17 cents. And it didn't stop out. And from 38.06, the highest it got was 38.64. So almost a 60-cent move at its best. But you can see how long that took. Another example of August trading. So it gapped up and came down and literally chopped around sideways for looks like a couple hours there. So that's the kind of thing for me, for a day trader, that's kind of aggravating, because I want things to work right away. It's just the way my brain works, I think. WLT, I mentioned long right here about 13.27, and it went up to 13.40 something over the next hour. At the same time, I called BTU at 18.06, and it went to 18.30 something. So again, like I said, I'm not going to wow you with this video. Yeah, there was the entry, and you can see what it did after that. So, I mean, there was money to be had, but I certainly didn't make a killing today. Nicely green, but that's about it. Nothing worth. Oh, ASTX. When this looked like this, I told everybody, hey, this is nearing what we call the 5-minute candle 8-period moving average. And it gave a great bounce. Anyone that took it in there, it had made it all the way up to 7. But I didn't give an official call on that one either. So I was kind of, a lot of times today I was in the right neighborhood, but I just really wasn't following through or say here's a trigger, here's a stop. It's just I attribute a lot of it to August trading, and some of it to, hey, I'm just not looking in the right place at the right time the last couple of days. But either way, still nicely green. Macy's we had on bounce watch, and this is a good example of August trading too. Macy's, I liked it because it was down a few days into the 200-day, okay, and you can see what it did. Had it on bounce watch though, but look what it did. It broke the 5-minute high. Here's the opening 5-minute candle, this red one right here, okay? So there, it breaks the 5-minute high, then comes down, takes out the low of the day, takes out yesterday's low, and then it's back up for the rest of the day. So I was right to have that on long watch, and it still never made. Now, I didn't take a trade in Macy's anyway. I'm not complaining and saying, hey, it gypped me or whatever. I'm just saying you can see that it didn't make it easy. That kind of action, this kind of action, then it looks like it's rolling over again. So again, I didn't do anything with it, but I'm probably babbling a little bit here because there's not that much to talk about. Hopefully Thursday or Friday I'll have some really nice results to show you from some low risk setups. So in the meantime, I should probably just quit babbling. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.